Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your September 2020 Money, Wealth, Finance, Abundance, Prosperity reading. For the readings this month, I will be using my white tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot deck, and I will close out your reading, Cancer, with a Magical Messages from the Fairies Oracle card. Now, if you do hear a little bit of background noise, I have my fan going. I live in Las Vegas, and we are under extreme heat warning right now. I think the temperature is about 114, 115 degrees, and it's been very, very hot. So I do apologize if you hear that going in the background. If this is your first time catching one of my videos, I do invite you to subscribe, because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. I'm feeling like it's time to just jump right in, Cancer. What do we need to know for the sign of Cancer as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of September 2020? All right, Cancer. Okay, it looks like you've had some breakthroughs throughout the summer. You've been doing some inner work, which is very, very good. This is definitely going to pay off in many ways. You also are kind of making some changes, I see, in your financial life. You're making some changes in your work life. Now, the interesting thing is you're feeling a little apprehensive about what you've done and what you're... I'm feeling like maybe there's something that you kind of released or let go of, but you're kind of feeling like maybe you made a mistake, especially as it relates to money. All right, well, let's take a look at what's going on. We've got the Queen of Wands, reverse, King of Swords, Five of Cups, upright, Devil reverse, Three of Pentacles reverse, Four of Cups reversed. Now, the Queen of Wands in the reverse position talks about something happening in the workplace that was a little bit unstable. There was something going on work-related that just wasn't working. It could be, something where you had issue maybe with a coworker or a manager or a supervisor or something like that. And because that happened, it really caused you to feel very unsettled. And I think that's normal, especially as we move into a new month. So many of us are wondering what's going to happen, as it relates to our money. But the good thing is like some decisions either have been made or will be made, or something will be removed, or something will be taken away that's going to give you a little bit more comfort as it relates to this work situation. I'm feeling like this work situation was something with another person. Like I said, maybe you had a disagreement with somebody you work with, or maybe somebody said something and it was a he said, she said kind of thing. But whatever that is, it does get resolved, by the King of Swords here. Something happens that clears everything up and kind of makes things new again. Something, just kind of gets taken off the books, so to speak. Something gets cleared out. Something also kind of gets cleaned up is what I'm feeling with these two cards here. However, there is still some uncertainty. You're feeling a little bit of, hesitation, regret, discouragement even. But, you're going to have to kind of work through that, because this is something that probably had to be done anyway. You just kind of, you having this problem or you having this issue probably just speeded up the process, because I have a feeling like whatever this issue was, it was a problem that had been brewing for a while, and finally things kind of come to a head, and then the problem couldn't be ignored anymore. So I want you to feel okay, because look, you're doing some good work here. The Devil card in the reverse position means that you're working through some unhealthy attachments. You are breaking through and breaking free of something that was holding you back, something that was not healthy, something that was not good. And because you're doing this inner work, it's starting to kind of, show up, have positive effects in other areas of your life, especially money. This is really, really good. So I know it may feel a little uncomfortable because this is probably something different. So sometimes, when you feel something new is kind of being implemented and it feels weird, it takes a while for you to kind of get used to that and to embrace that. Next, we have the Three of Pentacles reverse, Four of Cups reverse. Now, this means you're going to be doing some work by yourself. I still feel like this is a good card because I think that, Cancer, you're probably in the time of your life right now that you do enjoy doing work alone. Like, you don't always have to work with other people. Not that you're not social and not that you're not a team player, but sometimes you just work best by yourself. And I think the sooner you embrace that, the easier this transition will be as you move into a new level of your current work. Now, I'm not saying you're going to move into a new job, but you're going to be doing your work in a different way. And I think it's going to be easier on you mentally, spiritually, and emotionally because you kind of learn some things about yourself. And this allows you to be more productive, which allows you to have better results, which allows you to make more money. Finally, we have the Four of Cups here in the reverse position. Talks about, potential decisions that you're probably going to have to make. Maybe you're going to be presented with some offers. It's not going to be that exciting. And I have a feeling you're just going to flat out say no. So, this is something where you're going to have to really feel comfortable saying no because people are probably going to be surprised that you say no. It could be a manager showing up where, they're like, oh, do you want to be the new supervisor? And you say no because you don't want the stress and the headache that goes along with being the new supervisor. It's one of those type of situations. You know what's best for you, so you don't have to explain, defend, or justify your actions. You just have to tap into what makes you feel good and how things are going to work out for you right now. So let's go ahead and see what else shows up for the sign of Cancer as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of September 2020. All right, Cancer, so I can tell you that once we hit that second week of September, things really start working out for the better. You have a decision being made in your favor. That's good. Justice card in the upright. Either you make this decision or someone makes a decision and it affects you in a positive way. This is really good. I have a feeling, again, this is work related, could be business. If you're not an employee, this still applies. There's a decision. There is a decision coming down and it affects you in a very positive way. In a positive way that translates into more money. And I can say that because we've got the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles is the card of really just enjoying the results and the fruits of your labor. The Nine of Pentacles is also a very positive card because it talks about you just having more than enough. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be filthy rich. Maybe you will be. That's very exciting. But it's a very good card because it talks about you having all the money you need and then some, having everything you need and then some. It's not living the struggle life. It's not having to really be worried about, am I going to be able to make the bills this month, or am I going to, have enough food to feed my family? This is far from that. This is definitely having all you need and then some. Next, we have the Empress card. Now, I'm feeling like this is a very maternal energy card. You could be the caretaker or a caregiver, Cancer, of someone, or maybe in your workplace, maybe in your business. You're the one that really kind of holds things down. Now, the other thing about this card is it talks about the seed being planted, things being, started, and maybe the foundation being set in place for something to grow and prosper. This is a very positive card. The other thing about the Empress card is that it means that just be patient because something is growing. You may not be able to see it, you may not be able to feel it, but things are happening beneath the surface. If you can just be patient, I promise you will be well rewarded. Next, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles. This is a very good card. It's a card about generosity. And again, this is a card about you having more than enough and you wanting to share that with other people. Maybe you make a donation to a charity. Maybe you, help out a family member. You're just in a really good position financially to help someone else and support someone else, or to really be involved with a cause that you believe in. Next, we have the Nine of Wands here in the reverse. This is a very good card to be in the reverse position because this talks about letting go of discouragement. It's the card about not giving up. It's a card about still working, and pushing through. Doesn't mean that, you're not, that it's going to be easy, but it does mean that you have the tenacity and the drive to keep moving ahead and moving forward in a very, strong, determined way. All right. Ooh. Let's see what else shows up for the sign of Cancer. Wow. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of September 2020. Okay. As we move into the second half of September, again, things are going to be going really well for you, Cancer. Look, we've got the Sun card here. We also have the Four of Wands and the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups, this is a card about celebration. This is also a card about reconnecting with friends, reconnecting with colleagues in a very positive way. This is something where, maybe you have been working on something for so long and things finally come together. Maybe you finally close that deal. And so you are celebrating here. Once we hit the second half of September, you see that you will be in a position to celebrate. And I see two cards signaling that here. Four of Wands in the upright. This is the marriage card too. This is something coming together in a very big way. Again, this is another card of closing the deal. So that's exciting. And the Sun card just kind of reaffirms that as well. Now we have the Two of Cups here. The Two of Cups in the reverse talks about a divine disconnect, a divine separation, maybe a parting of ways. This is not really bad, so to speak, but sometimes you outgrow people, you outgrow jobs, you outgrow certain situations, and I feel like that's what this is about here. It's something where you have to let go of something or someone in order to take yourself to that next level. This is going to be something that's very profitable, because let's say you disconnect from something that was costing you money. Now this is going to allow you to have more money for other things, so this is very, very good. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Pentacles in the upright position. This is also a good card because the Queen of Pentacles is someone who really studies her money. She pays attention to the details. She takes her time when she researches and educates herself about what's going on in her financial portfolio. Now, the other thing about the Queen of Pentacles is that she is the Queen of Discovery, which means she learns something. Every time she does something, she discovers something about how to make her life better. I have a feeling like this is going to be you, Cancer, where you discover something that makes your financial life better. Now, this could be taking a class, this could be doing research, it could be coming across a news story that triggers something in you that allows you to pursue something even further. Whatever it is, I'm getting really strongly like this is the card of discovery of something that will help you grow your financial wealth. We already talked about these two cards here. Again, the Sun just means it's a very positive card. Things are definitely going to just kind of work for you. Things are just going to really just kind of blossom and come together in a very, very good way. Now we have the Queen of Swords here in the reverse. Now, the Queen of Swords in the reverse, she is a very much a direct card of elimination. And when I say that, that is a card of things being stripped away that were so unnecessary all along, but sometimes we just don't have the awareness that it is so, or that's what the case is. The Queen of Swords talks about removing the layers of something, stripping away something, letting go something that's just not working, that's just not. I'm getting the sense that it's something that the process has already started, but you finally go to, it's like you go the next step and you really take the time to kind of eliminate more. This also shows up a lot too when you're decluttering, believe it or not. This is a card of getting rid of things that you don't need, getting rid of things that you're not using, and just kind of being okay with letting stuff go. And I have a feeling that's kind of the energy you're going to be in, Cancer. Once we hit this second half of September, it's like you're okay with allowing things to just gracefully leave your life or your space, or it's like you just don't have any use for certain things, and you gladly let them go. And I think that's kind of what's going on here. All right, so let's see what else we need to know for the sign of Cancer. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of September 2020. All right. I'm going to use all of those cards. Make sure that's not cut off. But as you can see here, okay, as we close out September, I do see that once we hit that last part of September, you're probably going to be a little bit stuck mentally, is what I'm getting here, where it's like you have the opportunity to do something, and then you have the opportunity to stay where you're at. And both of them could be ideal for you as it relates to, what you want to do professionally and money-wise. But it's a hard choice. And the Hangman here talks about kind of, being frozen and being stuck and not being able to decide, well, should I stay? Should I go? Should I do this? Should I do that? Now, sometimes this is a very powerful place to be, because it means that you definitely have options, and that's better than not having options. But you also have to be careful that you don't get stuck too long and that you miss out on some potential had you taken action sooner. So this is something you're going to have to weigh within yourself. Now, I can tell you that if you do decide to make a move, it's definitely going to be a new adventure. It's going to be something different, exciting, something where, you don't know what to expect. And sometimes that's a little scary. But I can tell you this, that it's definitely going to all be good, because the Fool card just talks about, okay, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just going to go with it. And I'm going to embrace it. And I'm going to enjoy the new experience and learn something new because of it. So I guess this is more about what is your comfort level, what is your tolerance level, what can you feel good about as you move through it. The Six of Wands here, Six of Wands in the reverse, talks about you probably not necessarily being front and center about something. Now, this card is about being seen. It's about being recognized. When it shows up in the reverse, that tells me that you may not necessarily get credit for something. And this could be good, bad, or neutral. I don't feel like this is something that's harmful to you overall, but it's just something that you probably need to be aware of, is that someone either will take the credit when you are the one deserving of the credit, or it means someone just won't give you credit. But it's okay because you're going to move through it, as I can see here. Ace of Wands means the start of something new. This is really, really good. Growth, possibility, new potential. And I think that's kind of the reiterating theme here. It also fell on this Four of Wands, which is the card of stability, foundation, and growth. Now we also have the Nine of Cups here. This is the Wish card, another good card. Falling onto the Sun card, this means that yes, whatever you're wishing, hoping for, some aspect of it is going to show up as we close out September. Now it may not be the full-on thing that you're wishing for, but you're going to see something positive as we move through the month of September, as we close out September. Okay, so get ready for that. We also have the Ten of Wands. This talks about a relief of some burdens in some way, not taking on too much, really kind of delegating some responsibilities so you're not overwhelmed and you're not feeling, too stressed out. This is a very good card. We also have the Queen of Cups. This is another card of sensitivities. Sometimes when the Queen of Cups shows up in the reverse position, that means that someone or something is being very insensitive. Now, this could be you, Cancer, not because you're intentionally trying to hurt someone, but sometimes, you have to put your feelings above someone, or, above someone else's, and you can't make excuses for that. You have to be comfortable, taking care of yourself first. And I know a lot of people struggle with that, but it's going to be okay, and there may be people who disagree with you, Cancer. As I'm seeing here with this Five of Swords, this means, sometimes having arguments, sometimes having conversations where the other person walks away angry. And I have a feeling this could kind of be an issue as we close out September, because you are putting yourself first. But again, you don't need to apologize or make excuses or justify that. I think this is something that you definitely need to embrace, and something that you definitely need to get comfortable with, because if you are going to move forward and move ahead, you're going to have to do that sometimes, and it's okay. So Cancer, overall, as we move through September, I think things are definitely going to be challenging, but at the same time, you're also going to win. I see a lot of big wins for you throughout the month of September. So let's go ahead and close out your reading with a magical messages from the Fairies Oracle card. All right, I see this one trying to come out. Spring, okay. Your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. Now, of course, we are moving into the fall season, but that doesn't mean that this card doesn't still apply. Sometimes I look at the image and I look at keywords here. Your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. Now, just because we're not in spring, there's still certain flowers and there's still certain changes, and things are beginning to bloom and blossom even as we move into fall. So, we'll see. This could also have a literal sense, in the sense that spring, maybe something is springing forth. Maybe something has sprung. We're going to see. We're going to watch and see what happens throughout the month of September and see how this applies. But overall, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, feel free to drop them down below. And I want to thank you again, Cancer, for choosing to spend this time with me. We'll definitely do it again next month.